I'm Jess. I'm a fitness instructor and yoga teacher, and this is a live yoga stream, yoga practice. And this is in celebration of my birthday. I wanted to give back and give something to you. You can be watching this live. I know we've got friends here on TikTok watching live as well. Or you could be watching this recorded. Let me know in the comments if you came to the live or if you watched it recorded. And I'm just gonna give a few little heads up before we begin. So, first of all, I live in an apartment. Welcome to my apartment. There are sounds that might happen that could provide distraction, including my dogs in the other room, including a buzz of the door if I get a package delivered. However, I've got Ryan here with me, my husband and assistant for everything, and he will be here to help manage any distractions or interruptions that might occur, especially if there's any interruptions in Wi-Fi or data connection. Thank you so much for joining me today. All you need is a yoga mat, and if you do have blocks or straps, you can bring those as well. This playlist is going to be from Epidemic Sounds, just to let you know about that. And I have created it for this class, and we're going to start lying down on the mat. So this is a yoga practice. I also like to keep in mind that we say yoga practice and not just yoga class, because practice implies that it's not perfect. It implies that you are working towards something, and every posture that you see here today is a part of yoga, which is from ancient Indian tradition. So we acknowledge that we are borrowing this movement, this practice, and all of its wonderful healing properties. So when you're ready, we're gonna hit down to the mat, spine to the mat. Coming down to our backs. Rolling all the way down through the spine. And then take a moment here to allow your eyelids to close. Maybe get any last little movement out of the body. If you want to wiggle your toes, your fingertips. And then take a moment to surrender to gravity. Starting this yoga practice today with a meditation. Taking this moment to notice your breath as you inhale through the nose. Feel an expansion in your body. And as you exhale, notice the body fall and sink into your mat. As you inhale through the nose, notice an expansion in your chest, your rib cage, your belly. And as you exhale, belly falls, rib cage falls, chest falls. Inhale, chest, rib cage, belly. Exhale, belly, rib cage, chest. And then take this moment at the start of your practice. If you have a thought, a word, an idea that you would like to embody today, maybe start to take a little moment to brainstorm something that you would like to embody today. Maybe that's resilience, maybe that's strength, maybe your goal here today is to move without judgment. whatever your word may be. Maybe it's courage. With each inhale, think about expanding with that word. And exhale, feel a connection to the ground beneath you. And then slowly start to invite a little movement into the body. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips. Let that grow. Circle through your wrists, circle through your ankles. Circle both ways. And then slowly start to draw soles of your feet down to the mat. Walk your feet as wide as your mat. And gently guide the knees over one way. Windshield wiper the knees. Inhale, take the knees up and over the other direction. And then in your own time here with your breath, inhale, exhale. Bringing a little movement to the lower spine, to the hips. And then slowly walk your feet in even closer. And draw your knees in towards your chest. You can reach from behind your thighs or reach for your hands over your shins. Gently rock side to side. And then from here, hug the right knee in towards the chest. Allow your left leg to fall long, finding openness in the front of your left hip flexors. Start to create circles with the knee on your right side. Opening in the hips. And circle the other way. Noticing, are you still breathing in through your nose? Exhale through your mouth. And from here we flex the right foot, interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, avoiding grabbing the knee, or you can reach for your calf muscle, but ensure that your shoulders are on the ground and we're not reaching up towards the leg. Relax head, neck, and shoulders to the ground and find that grip for yourself, either behind the thigh or calf. If you had a yoga strap, this could be a moment where you place the yoga strap over the arch of your foot and you hold the straps and then hug the leg in towards the body. We're finding openness in the back of the thigh, the hamstrings. Maybe we circle through the ankle of the right foot. And reverse that circle of the ankle. Slowly draw your knee back in towards your chest. We take a spinal twist, cross your right thigh all the way over to the left. Open your right arm to a goal post that's 90 degrees. Take a deep breath into your rib cage on your right side. And then exhale, draw the knee back through center. We take this all on the other side. Left knee comes in towards the chest. Right leg falls long. And of course, if you'd like to take a modification of foot to the floor, you're always welcome to take that foot back up. Circle the knee one way. Being nice and gentle with your body. Circle the knee the other way. taking each moment as it comes. Every side is different. This will feel different. Every time you find your mat will feel different as well. Flex your left foot, reach it up to the sky. Maybe you circle the ankle one way. Maybe you circle the other. And again, finding that grip that feels good for you, whether it's hands behind thigh or behind calf. Just avoiding grabbing behind the knee joint. Relax your shoulders. Could you relax the muscles of your face? And slowly draw knee in towards chest. We cross left leg all the way over to the right. And again, left arm opens to a cactus position or goal post. One big expansive breath here. Inhale. Exhale, coming back through center. From here, we draw both knees up to a tabletop position. Knees stack on top of your hips. Shoulders, head and neck relax to the floor. Finding some core activation here. With the knees on top of hips, place your hands, the palm of your hands onto your thighs. And then think about your core muscles right here around your center. Not just belly button to spine, but hug everything in. We're going to press with the palms onto your thighs, and your knees are going to move in towards your chest. But because you're pushing, the core is going to ignite. Here we go. Knees in, push away. Push, 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 push. Start to feel that activation in your core. From here, we release left arm, left leg, but your right knee is still drawing in and you're pushing it away. Repeat other side, left hand, left thigh, right arm, right toes, reach away. Switch again, all the while you're pushing into the thigh. Modification, toe doesn't have to reach as low, it can come up more diagonally. And again, you reach the toes, push your hand into your thigh. One more time, push, push, push. This is all up to you, how intense this core activation is. One more. Push, push, push. Left knee is trying to draw into the chest, but you're pushing it away. And release. Take both feet down. Let's windshield wiper the knees one more time here. And then slowly draw your knees in towards your chest. Start to rock forward up to seated. Rolling through the spine. Coming into a seated position. Taking a few stretches here from a seated position. Sits bones are grounded. We lift arms high as you inhale. Exhale, lean up and over. Could you breathe into your rib cage on this side right here? Exhale, coming back up. Other way, lift up and out of your hips. Really anchoring down through this opposite hip. And then slowly coming back up from here, taking a spinal twist. Take your opposite hand to outer thigh, and then these fingertips are tenting up at the back. Gazing over your shoulder. And then slowly coming back through center. Inhale. Exhale, opposite hand to outer thigh. These fingertips are going to tent up at the back, giving you a little bit of leverage. Looking over your shoulder. And then slowly unwind. Inhale the arms overhead. And then you can remain seated here, or if you'd like, soles of the feet come together. We lift up and out of the hips, leaning forward. If the soles of your feet are together, option here to take your hands to your feet like you're opening a book, pages of a book to your feet at your ankles. Spine is long, and then when you find you lengthen the spine, maybe you extend arms and release them to the floor. Allowing your hips to open here. Take a few deep breaths. And then slowly inhale, reach the arms out, lifting up. And take the hands down. Coming into a tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. Drawing your core in towards your spine. All 10 fingertips rooting into the ground. Slowly from here, tuck your toes, sits bones lift, finding downward dog. In downward dog, think about biceps being by your ears, spine being long. Your heels are reaching towards the floor. Maybe you take a slight bend in your knees to reach the tailbone truly up and out. Maybe recalling back to that word, thought, or idea you had. As you inhale, think about your word that you chose today or thought. And as you exhale, feel the ground beneath you. And then from here, coming into three-legged dog, reach your right foot flexed up to the sky as if you were stamping the back wall. Option here if you want to open the hip, maybe bend your knee, circle it around a little bit, all the while keeping shoulders square to the top of your mat. So notice if you're opening in the rib cage, if you're opening out with your leg. And then toes back to the sky. We square the hips back down. Stepping forward, right foot. Coming into high lunge. Your right foot pushes down into the ground, right knee directly on top of your heel. Hips are square. Notice this hip. If it's opening, square the hip. And then shoulders relax, arms reach up, lengthening in the torso. From here, we drop the back heel, toes face forward, coming into warrior two. So the toes of your front leg point towards your mat, the top. Your back foot is in line with the back of your mat, and maybe you scooch the heel back a little bit more. This is warrior two. We press the right thigh open. Shoulders are on top of hips, but you're evenly distributing your weight between the front and the back. So notice if you're leaning forward. Keep this here nice and even between front and back leg. From here, flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lifting up and out of your thigh. Up and out of your waist. Breathing into the rib cage right here. Externally rotating the arm as if you were twisting a light bulb. Relax your shoulder out of your ear. And then slowly coming back up. warrior two. Take this back through your high lunge. Coming into our first flow today. Hands to the mat, find a plank. Step your right toes back. Hands are on top of shoulders. And then this is your option to modify for chaturanga. Option to modify, knees come down. And then you lower down, chest to the floor, elbows in. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Cobra has thighs to the mat. You lift chin and chest up. Exhale, tuck your toes, sits bones, lift. Coming to your downward dog. Maybe you pedal out the feet here. And then when you're ready, other side, left foot. Stamp your left foot to the back wall. Maybe you open the hip. Maybe you bend the knee and start to circle. Making sure we keep rib cage closed and shoulders square to the front of your mat. And then extending through your legs, square the hips again. Draw the knee in towards your chest, coming through your plank to step through for high lunge. Hold here, your left foot pushes into the floor. Left knee guides on top of your heel. Hips are square, abs are engaged. Shoulders relax. Ribs in. Lengthen from the top of your head. Again, if you had that word that you were choosing today, breathe in that thought, that word or idea. Exhale, find warrior two. Drop the back heel. Your front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. You've got a deep bend in your front knee. Outer edge of the back foot pushes into the floor. This is a strong stance, warrior two. I want you to lengthen the fingertips. Relax your shoulders. From here, we flip front palm, inhale, reverse warrior, or exalted warrior. And again, externally rotate this top arm like you were twisting a light bulb. Shoulder relaxes into the socket. Back fingertips are light on the back leg, or hand comes to lower spine. For one more big inhale here. Exhale, coming back. Through warrior two. Through your high lunge. Let's find your flow. Hands under shoulders. And again, chaturanga if you want. Legs extended, elbows in. On your inhale, top to the feet, upward dog. Chin and chest lift, thighs hover. Exhale, tuck your toes, sits bones lift. Pedaling out your feet. This time, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step through. High lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Drop the back heel. Front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. From here, reverse. Inhale to lift. Exhale, coming back up through warrior two. From here, we square the hips again. This time, bend your back knee. Core is engaged. Relax your shoulders. We're going to find a little bit of a pulse down. This is going to activate the glutes of your right leg. It's going to activate the quads, the top of your right thigh. We're finding a little bit of small range of motion, a little bit of fire in the legs, because something that sometimes happens with yoga practice is that we stretch the body, we find lots of length, but then we don't find as much strength. So my goal here today as well is to infuse a little bit of strength building into this so that you can find a little bit of heat in the body as well as this stretch. Just 9 more. 8, 7, 6, last 5, 3, 2, and take hands back down, find your flow. Step your toes back. And again, you can modify this. Exhale to lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Toes reach down, hips lift. Other side, inhale, left foot lifts up. Exhale, left foot steps forward. High lunge. You know where we're going. We drop back heel, warrior 2. Flip the front palm. Inhale to lift up and out. And coming back through warrior 2. Right here, square your hips. Bend your back knee. This knee is bent, it's underneath your hips. Tailbone is dropped. Right here, you find that little pulse. Down, down, down. Ryan, I see something in the chat if you want to give it a little read. I can't read that far. Almost there, you've got just 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 3, 2, and coming back down, find your flow. Hands under shoulders. Again, you can draw down, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, sits bones lift. Find your downward dog, find your breath. We're gonna stay here for a few moments.
Just somebody wondering if anyone else is doing the class, and everyone's jumping in and saying that they love it, and your voice sounds great.
Aw, thanks friends. Breathing big, press fingertips into the mat, reach your heels. Take a few more deep breaths here as you push the mat away. Take one big breath, inhale through the nose, and then sigh this one out. Slowly lift your heels, bend your knees, lightly hop or step. Feet towards your hands, forward fold, release the back of your neck. Inhale to lift all the way up to stand. Exhale, palms come in front of the body. Breathing here in through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Feel your feet connected to the floor.
Also, the mat you're using is the Take Form.
Yeah.
The Take Form mat from Lululemon.
And then take a moment here. If you want to grab water, take a moment. I'm going to grab some water. It's very hot in the apartment here. And then we're going to make our way down to the mat. Coming down to the spine. Coming into a bridge lift position. So usually when we take a hip bridge here in yoga, it's more about a back bend. However, this one is going to be to strengthen your glutes. So we're only going to lift the hips about halfway, and we're going to find some motion there. Coming down to the mat. Feet are to the floor, toes are parallel, shoulders relaxed. With your feet hip distance, we push down through all four corners of the feet to peel the hips up, just about halfway. Hands can just rest by your side. From here, we lower the hips down to touch the ground, and then you push to lift the hips back up halfway, a little faster. Down, lift, down, lift. And notice what needs to engage to push the hips up. You're gonna push down through your feet, and then notice maybe the glutes, your seat muscles start to kick in. Maybe your hamstrings start to kick in. Down and lift. Down and lift. Notice where your breath is. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Option here, lower the hips, peel one heel. Lower the hips. Peel the other heel. Down, peel a heel. Down. So you're peeling the heel, ball of the foot reaches into the floor. Push, down, push, down. 2 more. This time, peel your right heel up. From here, you're really pushing down through your left foot that is flat to the mat. And then the option here is to lift your right knee up to tabletop while keeping the hips square. From here, option to take toes up to the sky. From here, option to lower the whole leg, all the while keeping your hips square. Draw this back up, back to tabletop, back to toes. Heel lowers down. Repeat, it's left heel this time. Push down through your right foot to strengthen the glutes and leg of your right side. Left knee to tabletop, left toes to the sky. We lower down, left toes, reach, reach, reach. All the while keeping your hips as still as possible. Lift it back up, toes to the sky, toes to tabletop, ball of the foot. Heel down one more time. It's heel, tabletop, toes, lower, back up, toe, back to tabletop, toes down, and switch. Left heel peels, left knee to tabletop, toes to the sky. We lower, toes down, lift back up. Knee to tabletop, toes down, both heels down now. Reach your arms to the sky. We peel the hips, maybe another inch. Take one more big expansive breath here. Inhale. And exhale, release. Hips come down, hug your knees in. Maybe shift your weight side to side. And then slowly rock this back forward, coming to a tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders. Hips on top of knees. Right here, we're going to draw back to child's pose. Knees wide, toes touch, arms extend in front of you. Finding a little bit of openness in the hips. Maybe shifting your hips side to side, you can find a little sway. And maybe you take that sway, maybe you circle all the way around, coming forward. And circle the other way if you're circling one way. And then coming back to child's pose. Slowly send your weight forward. Take the knees back to parallel. Tuck your toes, sits bones lift, coming up into downward dog. Pedaling out your feet, one at a time. And then slowly walk your hands back in towards your feet. Soft bend in the knees as you roll up through the spine. Inhale, arms lift high. Exhale, palms come together. Lower down through the spine. Walk your hands back out to plank. Hands underneath your shoulders. Abs ignite, heels reach long. Slowly draw it back. We're going to do a little flow here. Downward dog. Walk the hands in. Soft bend in the knees. Sweep the arms high. Hands to prayer. Forward fold. Walk the hands back out. Option here when you find your plank. Option to draw one knee in towards the chest and back. Other knee comes in and back. Find that flow again. Walk your hands in towards your feet. Soft bend to the knees, rolling up. Sweep the arms up. Hands to prayer. Forward fold. We walk it forward again. Hands under shoulders. One more knee comes in and back. Knee comes in and back. Downward dog, hold here. Pedaling out your feet. And then slowly, right foot comes up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward. Coming into high lunge. Take a moment here. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Gently looking up to the sky. Chest opener, heart opener, shoulder opening. And slowly release, let the arms go. And then from here, soft bend the back knee to launch up. Hips are square. Finding a balance here. You've got shoulders right on top of your hips. Abs are engaged, ribs in. From here, slowly, arms lift up to the sky, biceps by the ears. Palms are facing each other. From here, we're going to start to kick the toes back and start to lean forward. We're coming into a warrior three. This is a standing balancing posture. Now, because I've got a coffee cart here, I'm going to take my hands to prayer. So whatever room you have, whatever space you have to move, adapt this posture to what you have. Draw your ribs in, lengthen the back of your neck. You do not have to be body parallel to the floor. But we are looking for a neutral spine here. Abs in. You can flex strongly through the back foot. Think of relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. One more big breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Step it back, find your flow. You can take knees down. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, sits bones lift. Other side right away, left foot lifts up. Exhale, step through. High lunge. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Maybe gently looking up to the sky. And on your next exhale, release the hands. We bend the back knee. Launching off that leg. Find your balance. Hips square. Notice here, if balance is not your friend at this moment, you can take toes down. And I'm going to show you from the front. When I say square hips, I mean both hip points forward. Notice if this hip is lifting or if it's opening. Keep them like headlights of a car. Push down for this supporting leg. Stay nice and tall here. You can take arms up to the sky, palms are facing each other. From here, we reach toes back. Start to lean forward. Finding your version of warrior 3, whatever that means to you. Maybe that means toes come down and you hold strong here with the back heel lifted. This would be a great option. Finding strength in the supporting leg, strength in your core, your abs, lengthen the back of your neck. One more, inhale. Exhale, coming down, hands under shoulders, find your flow. And again, maybe your flow is just going straight to downward dog. That's wonderful and amazing. This is gonna look different in everyone's bodies. It's not about what it looks like. It's about how it feels. And slowly, this time, walk your feet in towards your hands. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Just take a few moments here with hands together. Feel the energy in between your hands. Feel the energy between your feet and the floor. And then slowly release your hands. Maybe take a little bit of a spinal twist, a little shake out. Take a sip of water. And then when you're ready, we're going to be coming back down to the ground. Lovely to see all of my friends here on TikTok. Thank you for being here. We're coming back down to the mat. Okay. Woo, it is a warm one today. I will say that. Okay, this time we are coming into boat pose. Sits bones grounding into your mat. Hands can come behind your thighs. Spine is long. And I want you to think about top of the head reaching up and out. The back of your neck is long. And it's just an extension. So when your spine reaches back, this is all one long board that reaches back. Here we go. Hands behind your thighs. Walk up to your tiptoes. Option here, knees come to tabletop. Option as well. Take your arms long. From here, we lift. Option, toes come high. Core is engaged. Breathing here, shakes and quakes are good. It means things are changing. You're finding that challenge. One more, big breath, inhale. Exhale, release, reach for your thighs. Maybe hands over the legs. Release your head and neck. Let's try that again. Hands behind your thighs. Walk your feet in, shoulders relax. From here, we reach back again to the tips of the toes, spine is long. Coming up, knees to tabletop. Option to reach your arms. And again, you don't have to take every layer. If you want to take your hands back behind the thighs, that's beautiful, that's wonderful. Adding on if you want, toes lift. And again, arms can reach. Maybe arms lift up. Take one more big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, release this time. Cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet touch together. Hands to your ankles. We lift up and out, hinge at the hips. Maybe we take arms long. And fingertips can come down. Release your head and neck here. Few big breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And slowly lifting back up and out of the hips. And hands release. Taking this into tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. Slowly tuck the toes under, sending back to downward dog. Taking your time. Lengthening your spine, sits bones lift. You can bend both of your knees. And then lifting back up. We lift the heels, bend the knees, lightly hop or step, feet in towards hands. Inhale to lift all the way high up to stand. Hands come to heart center. Coming into a standing balancing progression. I'm gonna face you now here. Starting with tree pose. Hips are square, send all of your weight into the supporting leg. You peel the heel, open the thigh. Your foot can come to the calf muscle or toes can stay on the ground. Making sure that we're not pushing into the knee. If you'd like, you can use your hands to assist you to reach the sole of your foot into your thigh, and you push with lots of energy through your foot into your thigh as if it was the floor. From here, you can take hands out in front of you. Maybe you take the arms overhead. Finding strength through your supporting leg. Core is engaged. It's going to help you to balance. Keep your breath flowing in through your nose, out through your mouth. From here, take the knee back to center and foot comes down. Other side, you can shake out that supporting leg. Take a moment. Whew. And then coming back, feet hip distance, both hips forward. We take foot into the ground, peel your opposite heel, lift, and option to take the foot to the calf or toes to the ground. Or if you'd like to reach your foot to your inner thigh, and if you'd like to use your hand to assist you, you may. Just making sure we don't push onto the knee. When you're ready, hands come to prayer. Find your balance here by pushing down through your supporting foot. Think all four corners into the mat. Shoulders relax. You can take hands in front of you. Maybe without opening in the rib cage. Keep it locked up, but lift the arms overhead. Find a focal point on the wall across from you. Option for challenge, maybe even close your eyes. What does that do for your balance? Woo, maybe you start to sway in the wind like a tree in the wind. That's me right now. Just give it a try. One big breath. And exhale, release, coming back to your standing position here. Now we're gonna take this tree pose and we are going to combine it with the standing balancing posture from the previous flow. So we're coming into tree pose, into warrior three. I'm gonna face the top of my mat so that I can have room for my warrior three. When you're ready, feet hip distance, push down through your right foot, left foot comes to tree. And this can be any expression of tree that you like. touching your foot to the floor. We're going to take the foot, float it in front. Here we go, toes reach back. Diving forward, maybe only a few inches, or maybe your body comes parallel to the mat, parallel to the floor. Left hip comes down so it's in line with your right. One more big breath to lengthen in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, coming up to stand. Left foot comes down, other side. We take this. I'll switch so you can see my foot a little bit easier. Tree pose. Right foot comes to inner calf or inner thigh. Lifting up. Think about tailbone reaching down. Abs are engaged. Finding your balance here. When you feel nice and strong, release the foot, float the knee, and then float the toes back, finding your warrior three. This is your last fiery posture here, and then we're finding some slow movement. Lengthen the back of your spine, back of your neck. It's an extension of the spine. Remembering that wobbling is okay, falling out is okay. That's why it's a practice. It's not perfect. One more big breath. And exhale, coming down. Let's find child's pose. Coming all the way down to your mat, knees wide, toes touch. Extending through your arms. Breathing into the back. And then slowly rolling up through the spine. Coming into legs extended, forward fold. You can keep both toes out, or if you'd like to take, just like our tree pose, foot to the inner thigh. Flex your front foot out, and then mimic that tree pose as you inhale, arms high. Exhale, lift up and out of your hips to reach forward. Shoulders are square to your foot. Fingertips can reach to the mat or reach for your foot. Hands to your foot. Once you've reached long in the spine, you can release your head and neck. Take one more big breath here. Inhale. And exhale, release, drawing arms back up to the sky. And we switch sides. Left foot extends, right foot comes to your inner thigh. Sitting tall on the sits bones, inhale, arms high. Exhale, lift up and out of your hips, hands come to the foot, release your head and neck. Notice if you're holding on to any tension. In your face, in your jaw, in your neck. Could you let that tension go with each exhale? And then slowly inhale, lift the arms high. And exhale, let that go. Take both legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake. And then slowly we're going to come all the way down to the mat. Spine to the mat. This time walk your feet in towards your hips. And then this is your hip bridge But instead of glutes, we're going to be focusing on this as a back bend. So arms by your side, both feet are hip distance, toes forward. Push down through your feet to peel your hips up to the sky. And then from here, option to interlace your fingers, walking up to the backs of your arms. Lifting hips nice and high. Breathing into the front of your hip flexors. And then slowly allow the hips to come back down, gently walking, shoulders back down, hips come down. And take a little windshield wiper of the knees, one way and the other. And then slowly draw toes up to the sky. I'm going to take a reverse butterfly, cross right leg over left, bend both knees, and then reach for opposite ankles. If this is not accessible today, figure 4 is always a great option, which is crossing your right leg over your left thigh, thread the needle, and hug the knee in. It looks like this, figure 4. You can always take figure 4 as an alternative to reverse butterfly. Breathing into your back body. As you inhale, feel an expansion across your back. And as you exhale, feel the body sinking into the mat. And slowly release, other side. Both toes up to the sky. Cross left leg over right, bend both knees. Reach for opposite ankles. And hug the knees in towards the chest. Again, figure 4 is your option if this does not feel beautiful in the body today. Slowly release the legs. Take the legs all the way down, coming into our final resting posture, Shavasana. Hands by your side, allow the feet to flop open. Shoulders relax. Just take this moment to come back to that moment where we started our practice today. Notice how the body feels different, even if just slightly. Maybe recalling back to your word, thought, or idea. Could you embody that word, thought, or idea in this moment right here? Allow the body to truly rest. You You don't have to fight with gravity in this moment. Notice what you feel in the body. Maybe there's air in the room. Does it feel cold? Does it feel hot? Maybe a trickle of sweat is coming down your brow. Just notice what you feel, the sensations. Maybe you feel your heart beating in your chest. And then slowly, gently start to invite movement back into the body. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingertips, circle through your wrists, circle through your ankles, both directions. And then draw soles of your feet gently to the floor. Walk your feet open as wide as your mat, windshield wipers one way. Knees carry up and over to the other. Guide your knees all the way over one side, rolling off to your side. Take a moment here. Side-lying posture. Head can rest on your bicep. And then press your top hand into the floor, lifting up to a seated posture. Legs are crossed, sits bones to the floor. Relax your shoulders, spine is long. Then we're going to take a moment here to find some breathing, some breath in the body. We breathe every day. We breathe when we're not thinking about it. We breathe in our sleep. So sometimes our breath gets away from us. We don't know exactly where in the body the breath feels like it's expanding, where you're filling up your tank. So in this moment, I invite you to close your eyes. Maybe take hands to your thighs, palms down or palms up. And then if breathing through your nose is accessible today, I encourage you to try this in through the nose and out through the nose. But if not, you can inhale and exhale through the mouth as well. When you're ready, sitting tall, empty your tank, exhale. And then on your inhale, breathe in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on empty. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1. Hold at the top. Exhale. Hold at the bottom. Inhale, 1. Hold at the top. Exhale. Hold at the bottom. Repeat, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold on empty. And return to normal breathing here. If your eyes were closed, gently open them. Taking hands together in front of heart center, gently bow the chin. Take this moment to thank yourself for coming to your mat today. Thank your body for everything that it has done for you to get you to your mat at this point, right here, right now. And as I acknowledged at the start of our practice, we show gratitude towards the practice of yoga from ancient Indian tradition, showing gratitude for the teachers that have come before us and for this beautiful practice. Take one more big breath in through the nose. And exhale, let that go. Gently lifting the chin. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jess. I'm a yoga teacher and bar instructor. And I hope to do more of these classes in the future. And I hope that we can save this on my YouTube channel. Hopefully that works. And let me know in the comments if you joined live or if you watched the replay. Thank you so much. I hope this feels good. Drink lots of water and let me know what you thought. Thank you so much, friends. Mwah.